I have a concussion. I'm pretty sure I'm watching just a little bit too much news, for real. Or maybe I just need to go take a nap. My brain is just rattling back and forth in my head from being bombarded by so much bullshit. I want to talk about this lazy and shiftless thing. That's a tagline that's been used for hundreds of years. It really should be tired by now. Okay? So maybe they're not actually using the words lazy and shiftless. They're using words like food stamps and no work ethic or giving black people other people's money. Even though I really did hear Santorum say black people. But hey, whatever. They're synonyms. They mean the same thing. In the words of Ty Davis, you say Gargantuan, I say big as shit. It means the same thing. But let's talk about lazy and shiftless and food stamps and work ethic. I charge each and every one of those people trying to capture the Republican nomination for president with being lazy, shiftless, and having no work ethic. Aside from just plain old being full of shit. But anywho, if they had a work ethic and were not lazy and shiftless, and even cheap, actually, because then you could hire somebody else to get on the computer and use the Google, and you would find out that the majority of people receiving food stamps are white. And the majority, overall, are children and seniors. That 47% of people receiving food stamps have a job. A shitty job, I might add, because they still cannot afford to feed their children on that jive-ass wage they are getting. Now, if they had somebody researching this, they would know. If they had a work ethic, they would not keep putting out this old, outdated bullshit. Lazy and shiftless. No work ethic, eh? Okay. You say that Obama, there are people who really believe that Obama is not the legitimate president of the United States. They don't even think he's an American. Okay. God knows everybody's allowed to think and say whatever they want. The state of Georgia heard a case on Friday. I believe it was 26th of January. The judge actually accepted and heard this lawsuit about Obama not being the legitimate president and not being American. Okay. So now, this idea that Obama is an illegal president or an immigrant, and I would like to say, if that is true, we have an immigration problem big as shit. Okay, I digress. So, it is based on this law written in 1875. 1875, which says that you have to have two parents. You have to be born to two parents who are American citizens in order to be a citizen of the United States. Yummy. Except if somebody in the judge's office or the lawyer's office who filed this weren't so fucking lazy and shiftless, they would have done a little more research and found out that in 1924, they had some new shit. Basically, that says, if some woman drops you here, then you are, in fact, a citizen of the United States. And we know that why? Because all this immigration issue going on, and one of the things that has taken place is women crawl across the border to have their children here so that they can be Americans. We know this. We have millions of people who are citizens today that their parents were not, but because they were born here. But now we want to pull this shit out the drawer for President Obama. Can we discuss work ethic here? I mean, because this is bullshit. And some people are buying into this. And it ain't about nothing but fear. Fear to keep us divided. Lazy and shiftless. Let's see. How about this one? If in fact President Obama is not the legitimate president, he is not really American, I would like to say that in this pot of lazy and shiftless, it's not about the black people anymore. It's young. It's poor. We are the lazy and shiftless. So, if Obama is an illegitimate president and not really an American, I charge the almighty dollar holders with being rather lazy and shiftless. You would think that somebody would have investigated to find this out before he became president. I mean, you are on some kind of naive trip that should not even be on this planet. If you think the Koch brothers do not know how many pubic hairs Obama lost in the shower this morning. For real? You think he's not the real president? Lazy and shiftless? And I kind of like this thinking I've got. If what they say is true, and he is not the president, then we, the lazy and shiftless of America, have pulled off the baddest con in the history of this country. Not bad for lazy and shiftless. Can I get a booyah on that? And one more thing. The Nevada governor with the finger all in the president's face, she did an interview. She said she felt threatened. Okay, let's see. There was a plane there and Secret Service and journalists and other Nevada state officials. She was threatened. You think she thought he was going to snatch her purse? For real, people?